We are live here to take on Bristol Motor Speedway here tonight. It's Ricky in the booth with my good buddy Henry. Henry, what do you expect to see tonight here at Bristol?
As someone who's raced here several times, I can just say there's gonna be a lot of chaos, very tight quarters racing, and this is a very small track, so not a lot of room to make mistakes. And when there are mistakes, it's pretty costly, and so everyone's gonna be very aggressive throughout the race. It's a very short race, only 125 laps here on hand, so it's definitely gonna be interesting to see how these drivers are gonna approach this race, not only for the short run but also for the long run. So it's gonna be interesting who's gonna be the best car in the long run. And we'll see. Since we got a lot of good drivers in this field, so we're gonna see what happens here. Let's have a good race here.
I'm excited. We got 125 laps on hand tonight. They should go by really, really fast. We're about to get her going. Change a little something here.
Yep, the field double file here at Bristol, as they're going to take one to green this time by. Aaron Schugel won the pole in his return, took a couple races off, but he is back in that number 91 FTM Broadcasting Ford. It was outside his teammate in the number 81, that is Asher Bunkley, occupying the front row. And of course, Cal Knight Racing becoming the norm of the H&N series as the lights on the pace car are out. I'll let you take the green here, my friend.
Here we go. It is Aaron Schugel is going to lead him off the green. Pace car pulls in. And we are underway here at Bristol. Amazing start for Asher Bunkley there. It looks like he's going to clear off into turn number one.
A great launch for Asher Bunkley there. Got a big push there from Landon Benson. That's what caused him to take the lead. There was a very good start there for Bunkley. Nothing really Schugel could have done there, as now they're battling for second. Benson and Bunkley using that outside line. Schugel taking a little bit more of a conservative approach on that bottom. Calof there in fourth, and then Terry Vincent there in fifth.
As here we go. Matthew. Oh, Asher Bunkley continues to lead. We got a battle here for second one out for the lead as here comes Aaron Schugel looking to the inside.
Side by side for lead, and both these guys felt really confident going into this race. Bunkley looking for a second win on this season, got his first at Daytona, an emotional victory for him. Aaron Schugel looking for his third win, one at both Fontana and Las Vegas, trying to get his third win. And here he comes to the bottom, a great move there by the 91.
As we're going to be side by side for the lead here.
And here comes the 63 Henry Calvin at CB Fabricating Chevrolet, trying to get up to second here. Last season's champion, trying to make a march forward. Has not won a race this season. Gonna try to make a name for himself tonight. And last season led 144 of the 200 laps last season, but came up short of victory and gets in the wall there, but keeps rolling, using the outside to his advantage.
It looks like the driver Bunkley still leads here, like you said. Henry Calof is in P number 2. Aaron Schugel P number 3. Behind him is Landon Benson, and you got Terry Vincent there in P number 5.
Yep, everyone looks like they're going to settle down now. Here comes Caltha for the race lead. And here it comes to the bottom. Bunkley lagging out just a little bit, but keeps rolling. Calf has to get down low as Bunkley cleared him for the lead. And that might mess up Cal's momentum. And here comes Shu, going to blast around the outside as if Cal standing still. Gets around him. Calf appears to have thrown out the anchor. Dropping back now down the fourth, maybe even the fifth here, as he's going to be now vulnerable to the rest of the field. Landon Benson getting to third now. Terry Vincent gets up to fourth place now, passing Cal. Something has gone amiss on that number 63 Chevrolet, as now Schugel sets his sights on the race leader of Richard Bunkley. And then sixth place, it is Matthew Fassard. They're having a great run right here at Bristol. He considers this one of his favorite tracks,
Looks like we're getting
and the
yellow, huh?
caution is out.
Looks like it's
We'll have to take a look. I
the
believe, according to the timing score, it might be Bailey Walker. I have faced problems. Also, Elijah Hoy as well. Both of them. And Elijah Hoy just came off his first career win at Texas. We'll have to take a look here. Ooh. So this is about seventh place.
Looks like out of the corner, the 47 is going to come up the racetrack here. If I could get a better angle of it, which I don't think I can. Well, right here, yeah.
Oh, right there.
slammed the wall a decent amount.
Ah, big hit. And
Not
that Davey Allison throwback.
not much that he could have done there. That's the driver of the 28 car. That's huge damage to the right to the left front there on his 28 machine. He can't
Oh,
even turn
yep.
the car.
Yep, and there goes the fender off his car. Tough break for Bailey Walker. Hasn't had a lot of success this season, just trying to turn things around. Of course, that paint scheme very special, very synonymous with racing. That is a paint scheme that Davey Allison drove back in the early '90s when he had his most success. Of course, winning several races there, and it's very unfortunate that we lost him so too soon.
As we got another guy that was involved in that is Nathan Murray. Like I said in last week's broadcast, Nathan Murray has been a lot of on the top of conversations here. He's on probation. What is he going to do to keep his nose clean here tonight?
Yeah, and well, it's not been a good start for him, but he's been aggressive, and he's not afraid to say that he is going to be aggressive. He's going to do what he can to win these races, and so far it has not exactly worked out for him. But chaos can happen in Bristol anytime, anywhere, so he still has a fighting chance to get up there and potentially, excuse me, get his first win of the season. Oh, little contact there. Not
Elijah
sure what's going on.
doesn't look to be happy with the 47. Something might transpire in this race. Last week's winner in Elijah. Yeah, it looks like Elijah has some right front damage there.
Uh-oh. Well, that contact must have been accidental. Man, tough break there for Elijah Hoy in that number 8
Yeah,
car.
it might have gotten the wall hard because that right front looks to be destroyed on that 8 machine.
Yeah, the right front looks a little bit out of alignment there, at least from our camera angle. Looks a little farther to the right there.
Yeah,
Yeah, actually, okay, it might just
it's
be turned the wheel.
it does look like there. No, you could tell there's damage on that machine. We might have to, it's probably a lap like 2 incident there, but that's probably gonna be a fast repair for him already. As we are double fouled up, ready to go again. Asher Bunkley's gonna be leading the field off the green. What what's your main takeaways here on these first 14 laps?
Well, I think it's been interesting. A lot of guys have ran both the top and the bottom here. Asher Bunkley seems to be the car to beat, but we'll see if Aaron Schul is able to use that outside to his advantage. That was the lane to be in the last time in the early going, but I think everyone started to migrate down to the bottom lane there. So we're going to see what happens here. Bunkley appears to have a really fast car, eager to get his second win of the season. As we're going to go green this time by. There you see the camera from the pace car there facing everyone in the field. We have 9 cars here tonight. There you see Elijah on the screen. The one car, Larry Diesbach, was unable to start the races. We are going to take the green now with Asher Bunkley leading the field in turn 1. Aaron Schugel hot on his heels, pulls up right alongside him there, side by side on the back straightaway. Schugel holding strong on the outside. Bunkley's going to wash up a little bit, tries to get him out of line, but Aaron Schugel, the number 91, to the lead for the first time tonight. And he did win the pole, so he has a little bit of a chip on his shoulder to try and make sure. Ooh, got on the wall a little bit there. Here was Terry Vincent, though, on the bumper of both the KDR teammates there, side by side. Bunkley in the lead, Schugel on the wall again, as Terry all over the back bumper of Schugel.
Henry with these, it looks like he's in the wall once again. He's going to check everyone up on there on the outside line. But with these cars, you could hit the wall sometimes, but if you keep bouncing off of it every single lap, you're definitely going to break a right rear a toe link of some sort.
Yeah, and these cars are very fragile, of course, and it's just like kind of like real life, where the toe link is a lot more sensitive than it ever has been. Where you hit the wall even just as slightly, you can hit a dang bee and it'll mess up the toe link somehow. That's just how sensitive these cars are. So that's just kind of the case, and it makes drivers a little bit more cautious. Just try not to push too hard. Just don't get yourself in trouble there. And I think everyone's trying to settle down here, try to get into a long run here. We're only a sixth of the way through here, so plenty of racing left to go, even over 100 laps left per se. But Terry Vincent, he's came alive here in that second place in the number 5 car.
You got Asher there, still leading the race here. Asher looks like he brought some speed here tonight.
Yeah, and one of his specialties is Bristol, of course. In other leagues, he finished second in the VRS Truck Series race here at Bristol. Was very close to winning, so he definitely has a chip on his shoulder when it comes to racing at Bristol. Finds a lot of success here, and of course, won his first career race at Daytona earlier this season. He's in his rookie season, has made a few starts, and in fact, has finished second in 2 races. But now here comes Terry Vincent. Ooh, lost a little momentum there.
Now Landon, with him being up on the top side, that could really burn up his stuff. You do not want to be on the high line for long.
No, only if you're gonna pass somebody. That's why I think you should pass, or at the very least, if you're trying to battle an ill handling car, then you can run the top to just kind of manage that. So Landon, he won here last season. It came in clutch late in the going after Henry Callum had problems late in the going. So Landon Benson having a great run here, trying to get to second, and now has his eyes on the lead, trying to go 2 in a row here at Bristol. How about Matthew Fastenon, that number 01, having a great run here, trying to get up to fourth position here.
Yes, he is. I was about to mention him. Fastnot is moving up through the field. He is up to P number 4. He looks like he has KDR has brought another hot rod here tonight.
Yeah, and Matt Fest had a very good run at Fontana. Ran as high as well. He led a few laps actually, but ultimately finished, I believe, in fifth place there. Almost won at Daytona. The Cinderella story that could have been, but ultimately did not become. Matthew Fastnot still looking for his first win in HNS. Had some good runs, and I think tonight may be a good showing here. He's told me before that he really loves this place. He just loves the dynamics of the track, the high bankings, the high pace at such a small track. So Matthew Fastnot's gonna be one to look out for tonight.
Got a battle here. This is for the 5th position. Looks like Shugo has clear Cal off here. Your defending HNS Series champion. He has not won yet this season. I mean, usually it's normal for championship drivers not to win right away in the following season because it's hard to back out this championship season, of course. But you would expect Hal to get victory lane already because he's been close many times.
Yeah, but I think at the same time, he's also trying to help his team in general because he was the one that pushed Asher Bunkley to victory in Daytona. Wasn't all that competitive in the other 2 races. And then at Texas, had the very dominant car, led most of the race until that late yellow happened and we were bunched up the field. So Henry's been dominant. He's been good. He's led the most laps out of anybody this season in particular, I believe, last I saw. But, he has a good car. He's been good. I just think maybe he's lost a bit of aggression there. But other way, it looks like he's really struggling though. Still in fifth gear throughout the corners, on board with him in the CB Fabricating Chevrolet, falling into the clutches of Nathan Murray there. These two had a little confrontation at Atlanta early on, and so we're going to see if that carries over here to Bristol, because tempers are known to flare at the short tracks.
But a battle up here looks like Landon is losing. It looks like he did burn up his stuff, and he is losing a position there to Terry. Is about to lose his position here to Fastline, and soon enough, yeah, he's going to just let him by. Because, Henry, once you burn up your stuff you're early on, it's just hard to keep up the speed as the other guys.
Yeah, and here at Bristol, you really want a good handling car, and that's really important here. And once you kind of burn up your stuff, or at least if the car feels a tick off of what you don't want it to be, it can be really tough to keep up in here. And trust me, of all the races I've done, I've always had a really ill handling car, it seems, and so it can definitely be tough. And here you see Elijah Hoy, but further back, you see Terry Vincent and Fastline having a good battle there. Fastline was briefly in second place, right there. Terry Vincent gets the second.
They might be stuck behind Hoggy here. Looks like they will be. Hoggy's one lap down, and looks like Matthew's going to get stuck behind him.
Ooh, little contact there. These are teammates. 4 of these guys are teammates here. So Elijah's probably going to play a little bit nice here just to let these guys go. Shugo goes wide there, trying to just cut down low, and Landon Benson able to follow suit there. And Elijah Hoy trying to bank on a caution here to get himself back on the lead lap, as he had that little incident early on. Right here you see Matthew Fassa and Shu working together for third place. But right.
Sorry,
Oh,
what?
go ahead. You can go ahead.
A guy we haven't mentioned a lot lately is your leader of Asher Bunkley. Ever since the restart, he has set sail. His car is a rocket ship here. As I say that
Yeah,
he's in the wall, but about a 4-second lead.
yeah, it's incredible. Bunkley is just ripping that outside. Nobody else can do it the way he's done it. He's practically led all but one lap when Chugo got up there, but Bunkley, he is on rails almost, and he may have the car to be. And
Looks like he's
long runs,
shifting. Well,
yeah. Oh,
last.
caution is out. It appears, not sure who was involved. We'll have to take a look, try to scan
Looks
the
like
track.
Kaloff has
63.
damage.
Yeah, tough break for Calif here. Came in, was a little bit unoptimistic considering our last. Uh-oh. I
Whoa.
think the beef has carried over.
You said something about these guys in Atlanta. Looks like Hoggy might have gotten away a little bit. The 47
I think.
tried to get. I don't know.
Oof, I don't know about that. Oh, that's Well, I think Nathan was just trying to get himself lower so he could pass Elijah Hoy as Elijah was running the top side for a little bit, and Murray probably had no idea 63 was there, but tough break there for Henry Kaloff.
Yeah, it's right on board with the 47 car here. We'll ride on the right here.
Yeah, just tune into the radio communication, the 63 team saying 3 lanes of room and chose the same one I'm in, or at least something along the lines of that. But man, tough break. And, Cal's always someone that, usually speaks out about respect and was likely not happy about what transpired there.
I wouldn't be either. I mean, just too early for that. 40, well, lap 42 now. Bunkley's still your leader.
Yep, and I think these guys are going to consider taking tires because, this track does burn up tires pretty quickly. We saw that last season where a lot of guys, there was a lot of guys that dropped out from the race because they burned up their tires. And so tire saving is going to be very key. Now, another thing, you have to enter exiting turn 2 because this is a 1-lane pit road. You see that blue line right there. That means you cannot enter pit road like they do in real life. So you must enter, you must go all the way around pit road here, as is the case in real life, usually under caution. This also applies for green flag runs as well. And so Asher Bunkley's going to dive on the pit road, and everybody will.
It looks like they will come down pit road. Here comes Bunkley now.
Yep, and Elijah Hoy takes the free pass. That was the caution he needed, although it came at the cost of one of his teammates. So but it looks like everyone get a little lower. Trying to get, a lot of these guys do that just to get a little bit of an advantage here. Trying to gain something in time by trying to run a shorter surface or shorter length on the pit road here. Typically, you'd want to stay to the right of that dotted white line. And if you don't, it's typically frowned upon.
One thing you gotta be careful here with that long sweeping turn under the pit is speeding. That's one thing you do not want to do.
That's right. And everyone gets in their box smoothly. Oh, the 6 here is a little bit out of his box, but
Oh, here comes
it's
the
all right.
5 car with a good stop from the 5. Looks like Fastnaw might have had an issue there in the pits. He's going to lose a spot to Schugel, and the 9 car might have been caught speeding on pit road.
Oh,
This might not have been.
looks like everyone's gonna get out all right there. 63 still on pair, probably just trying to fix up the damage there.
Yeah,
Yep.
the right front is not repair all the way, but you have to expect there's going to be a lot of caution here tonight, so you will have time to repair that, and you do not want to use a fast repair here so early, like on lap 46 out of 128. You still got a long way to go.
Yeah, and I think that's what Henry's probably thinking. He knows a lot of these guys aren't as experienced as him because Henry, he has a lot of experience here. Several years throughout leagues, has raced against some of the best. Guys like NR9 America drivers and drivers from like Mooncar. He's raced against a lot of these veterans, and so he knows all the ins and outs. As we're gonna take the green flag here.
Here we go. Green flag is back underway here at Bristol Motor Speedway. Bunkley leads them off. You got Vincent there on the outside.
Yep, and
Trying to
now
get a good
Terry
run.
Vincent gonna pull up alongside.
Oh, in the wall.
Oh, in the wall. He's
Oh, the
oh
47 might get a huge hit.
oh
Yellow flag is back
oh.
out. The 47 8 car involved. Again, remember, Elijah already used his fast repair, so that is probably a lot of damage on his car. And that just changes his race. Take a look back at it. I seen it in the corner of my eye. Looked like he got a little loose on the back straightaway, but I didn't know if he came back across traffic. Let's take a look right here. That was a 28 hit the wall,
Oh,
came down right
wow.
into him.
And it's 1, 2, 3 strikes. You're out 47. The third incident he's been involved in tonight. Although it wasn't his fault, still his third incident. Oh, that is just such a tough break for Elijah. Had nowhere to go. And oh, that's gonna be a huge hit there for
Yeah,
both of them, especially Elijah.
let's take a look at full speed here, real quick. Nowhere for him to go.
Oh man. That's just tough break. Tough.
Oh, he probably thought he was. I don't know. Take a look at it one more time. I don't know how Elijah has his camera set up, but you really don't see the guy right there until he comes right back up in front of you. And at that point, no matter what, Elijah he couldn't do anything there.
Yeah, it's a very tough break all around for Elijah there, and I think he got involved in that wreck earlier, so he had just gotten the damage fixed. I don't even know if he has another fast repair.
I don't think he does. And that's going to be a long wait to fix that car. Your race is over already, no matter what you do. Unless how after Phil gets taken out like last season. But his chances to go back to back are dashed here on lap 49. Heartbreaking.
Very tough break, and he also just oh wow, he's a little mad.
He is.
Ooh,
Oh
oh
yeah.
boy.
It makes sense. Yikes. Yeah, you can see how much damage that right front suspension is absolutely shot. It just shows how fast this sport can change. You go from the highest to highs to the lowest to lows in a matter of a week.
Yeah, and I think it's just tough break for Elijah. I think he's been just trying to proved to everyone that his win at Texas was legitimate, and try to show that he can be the best, or at least make sure that he's the guy to beat every week. And so definitely tough break for Elijah there, and hopefully he can get back out on track. They're also on 63 make a trip down pit road.
No way. Let's take a look back at that crash there. It looks like the screen has been black the whole race. Oh shit, no way.
Wait, actually?
Yeah, I'm dead ass. My OBS cooked, so. But it's back now, Take a look back at that one more time. Well, hold on. Okay, so this is what we was talking about right here. Henry, we'll talk about it one more time. It just looks like, again, the 28 car came off the wall, door slammed the 47, and the 47 was a goner from there, and again, Elijah nowhere to go.
Yeah, just that has a huge impact though. Nothing anybody could have done. I think the 47 just had no idea the 20 was coming down the track, and that's the third incident. 47,
Oh,
almost got in the pit barrels there.
did he miss?
Or well, I think he did. It kind of looked like he hit him. We saw it a couple times. I remember in a truck race a few years ago, somebody was trying to do a star park and they annihilated the pit barrels. So it's definitely tough to get on pit road here, but looks like he's out on the way here.
Looks like he has.
But definitely a tough break for Elijah. He's a good guy, and does a great job as a driver and also running the league. So definitely a very tough break for him to be out early here, and hopefully he can get back on track here as we have only 7 cars I think left. So we're about to take the green here. The lights on the pace car are out, and Asher Bunkley ready to get back to that lead. It's not going to be as comfortable now. He had a 4-second lead earlier, so we're going to see if he can do that once again here. He'll have control this time.
We are back on our way here at Bristol. Good start there from the KDR boys on the bottom.
Yep, and Aaron Schugel now up to second, right on his bumper, looking to push him out of the way there. Aaron Schugel, that 91, trying to get his third victory of the season, but one of the most impressive drivers this season. And in fact, his worst finish was third at Daytona. Just shows you how much of a great driver Aaron Schugel is in the time he's been in the league. Although he's got Terry Vincent right behind him. Vincent goes to the bottom here. Schugel defends, and oh, little pinch in the wall,
Oh!
and Schugel
In the wall goes the
sideways, and
9.
whew,
He saved
that
it,
was
but
a
the 9 car, he hit the wall a ton.
yeah, that car is shaking really badly here. If we can get an angle there, oh, well, a little contact. He is not happy with the 5. Looks like I don't think anybody's really happy with the 5, but he's able to still carry on here.
Looks like he might have some wheel damage there. You can see
Yeah,
him
he's
turn the wheel right a little bit.
yeah. You typically do not want to steer to the left that hard. I think that's definitely a sign of something has gone broke on the car. Probably not happy with Vincent there by taking out his teammate. So tough break there.
And you see
Benson,
the
yep,
9
gonna
car
get out of the
pull
way.
up.
Yeah, that's the good thing to do. Lana Benson gonna try to not worsen the situation by holding anybody up, so he's gonna let his teammates go. You see fast time goes by, Cal off, and we'll see if Walker or Shield can get by here. Yep, Benson gonna run that bottom, gonna be 3 wide. Uh-oh. Oh,
But
Landon's gonna get to the bottom here.
again, let's talk about the 91 car. The 91 car, he damn near almost just spun out, so that was a good save to start off with. But him sliding for that long, your tires have to be shot.
Yeah, definitely. And, this track is very, very tough on tires. Even if it's a smoother surface, it's definitely going to eat up the tires, especially that right front tire. So, technically, if he has a tight car, that might kind of bounce it out a little bit because he really just slid the rears. So, it might help him. But, I'm not an expert per se on the tires. I don't build tires. So, we'll see what happens here. But it looks like he's going to get around Califf here. Ooh, might have been a little
Yeah.
contact there.
You can see the track starting to rubber up, so that's going to be going to help the cars handle a little bit better. So there I go. There he goes to the outside. They're side by side. This is going to be for the 4th position. Again, remember, Caloff has right front damage. So his car is definitely not 100%.
Uh-oh.
Oh, the 01 car. Issues for him. And there he goes around. That's going to bring out a yellow back up in front of the field. And yellow flag.
Able to stay out of harm's way.
A yellow flag is out. Let's take a look what happened because he was just in the screen there.
That's our 4th caution of the evening. Uh-oh. Oh! Tries to punt Terry Vincent in the wall. And I think that messed up his toe link there. Wow. I mean, that's the 3rd guy that's made contact with Terry tonight. And you see, kind of just drives it in there a little bit too aggressive. Probably not intentional, but definitely did not give Terry any sort of room. That's going to put both of them in the wall. Similar to, in real life, Matt Kenseth and Joey Logano, their incident at Martinsville several years ago. Kind of looked a little bit like that. I don't think it was anything intentional, but I think he's going to slide out of control there. The toe link broken, assumably.
Oh, let's talk about the damage on this 5 car. Yeah, the 5 car hit the wall a ton. He took most of that impact there, so the right rear toe link could be the short of that car.
Yeah, if we can get an angle here, yeah, there's from visit, a little bit you can't really tell as looks like we got our second beef tonight. Looks like the 91 not happy with Terry Vincent.
Yeah,
Oh, right there. All over his bumper.
It looks like Fast Nut got it under control again here. And one guy that's happy to see this yellow is the driver of the 9 car. He's gonna be able to fix that damage. And a guy that had issues there early on that we talked about, Elijah Hoggy, huge, had big enough damage. He did not have the fast spray. He's now 14 laps down and counting because I don't think that car is anywhere near close to be getting sent back out there.
Yeah, Definitely a tough break for Elijah, and he really wanted to go back to back in terms of races. One at Texas, of course, has been always very consistent when he runs in this league, and I think that finally getting that first win has certainly helped his confidence per se, but this is probably going to damper that probably a little bit. As being out early at Bristol, it's always a fun track, and to miss out on the laps is definitely a tough one.
He's in the pits still. Um, Another guy we haven't talked about a lot tonight is Larry Deisbach. He had some issues and he did not take part in this race, which is heartbreaking for the Deisbach fans. But sometimes you're the ball, sometimes you're the bat. In this case, he was the fucking ball.
Yeah. And Larry D's back. He usually a regular in the H&N series, not what he wanted there. And Larry was really looking forward to this race. Talked about having a lot of confidence for tonight, potentially being a front runner, and didn't really have much to show for what did run some laps in practice. So uh, definitely showed up, but something must have happened towards the end of practice. Likely something that caused him to withdraw there. So definitely a tough deal there. So we're going to take one to green this time by. And Asher Bunkley once again in command. He's been kind of on his own zip code. He's been so dominant tonight that it's just, he's created his own zip code. That's just how good he's been all night, leading the field. And, it's not the gloat or anything. It's just, he has been super good tonight. Something about that car has worked well that I'm not sure if anybody else has been able to replicate here. As the pace car lights are out once again, 8 car still rolling on a track here. And the pace car will dive on in this time. Bunkley and Vincent in command.
Here we go in the Echo Park restart. And we're back underway here now on lap number 67. You got Asher clears up, but once these other KDR cars like the 91 and 01, once they get clear, they're in the wall hard. But once they get
Wow.
clear of that 5 car, Asher may have some company because they just kept getting held up by the 5 car. That could be a reason why they was upset with him because the 5 car could have just been like a roadblock.
Yeah, and Terry Vincent, he's been in this series since the beginning, and he's trying to get his first win. He's typically very fast, a little bit inconsistent though. Usually is up front leading races, but something has always happened to him that has taken him out of contention. And so maybe tonight, he's ran in the top two all race long and chew all over his bumper, sends him up the track. This is the thing about short tracks. Tempers are common. They are very prone to happening, and we've had 2 tempers tonight. As right now, Shu got to make his way past the number 5 release, try to get a little sideways there, able to hold his own on the bottom there.
Up here if you want to get clear of him.
Yep, side by side. Oh, wow, that was big hit there for 9-1 in the 5, and now here comes Calf and that number 63 trying to take advantage of the situation.
The 91 is clear, but now we're side by side there for third. That's between Vincent and Kaloff. First time we see Kaloff really peak up in the top 3 here tonight. He's going to slide up. He's going to check up. Got tight. That's going to give the run to the 5 car, but the 5 car maybe slaps the wall there. So this is still going to be side by side up in the turn 3. Sorry, that was turn 2.
Yep, and Calif has a lot of success here at Bristol as well. In the Iowa Cup Series, one of the most competitive leagues, he won the pole in his only, it was his only pole ever won in the Iowa Cup Series. Won at Bristol earlier this season back in March. Finished 4th in that race, so he has a lot of experience here at Bristol, and has claimed he has turned at least over 2,000 laps here. So he has a lot of experience, but maybe not the luck.
Yeah.
As look at this. Nathan Murray up here, having a good run. He's been a little bit of a hothead this season, but already upside top 5 for the first time tonight. He's got to try to get around the 63 here, getting a little bit held up here. And now Matthew Fassa also is making his way forward, and Nathan gonna get to the outside there. Oh, gets a little loose.
Remember, there's Fast Nut. That's close between the 47 and the 01. The 01 going to get in space, and there goes the 01 around the outside, to the outside of the 47.
And Fast Nut gets around his lead, and Nathan Murray was also one of those two that took the 5 on that last caution along with Calvin, but maybe tire wear isn't as big as we think because both have struggled. In fact, all of it is running other with Vincent there, and that's running a lot of these guys. So we have a five-car brigade here, and so yeah, it's really loose. Hit 447, and yeah, so it looks like we're doing tires didn't work for either one of them. So they're got to try to save us here because we only got a limited amount of sets. We have 4 sets of tires. They probably already take you 2 or 3. So you gotta be careful here in later run.
Last season around here, Landon came home with the victory around Bristol Motor Speedway, and for him, it's pretty much playing out like how it was last season. Started close to the front, ran top 4 most of the early runs, got wheel damage, dropped back, and he was pretty much in the back of the pack that rest of the race until drivers started taking each other out. Last season's race was a race of nutrition. I don't think this season's race is going to be like that, but is there a chance he's saving his stuff to the end?
Of course, and we got over 40 to go here, so still a lot of time, a lot of laps to log here, and every corner is going to matter. If you're, the handling of the car usually typically goes away in about 20 laps here, so anything can happen. Plus, it's a very tight track, very fast as well, so drivers are going to be prone to making mistakes here. But it's going to be tough for anyone to catch the Bunkley. He has really set sail here, but maybe if he gets too big of a lead, he could try to catch lap traffic here. We only got 8 cars here still running, and I think actually now 9 is Elijah Hoy. There he is. He's back on track. Look at him go. Glad to see Elijah back on track there, albeit 29 laps down, but he wants to finish this race.
Asher Bunkley has been in his own zip code. About 3.5-second lead over Aaron Schugel. I mean, we thought Aaron Schugel was going to be dominating this one, but so far tonight it has been the Asher Bunkley show.
Yep, and Bunkley wants to prove to everyone that that Daytona win was not a fluke, and he wants to show that he can win legitimately on, even on a short track, even with lots of competitive cars. And so, the thing with Daytona, it's easy to win when you have some drafting support. And so Bunkley on his own here, not really relying on any advice, just kind of doing his own thing. And he's one of the youngest drivers in the field, so got that youth, but also maybe a little bit of an inexperience as well, especially if you had a long run here, because there's some leagues that I've personally been in that have done 300, maybe even 500 laps here. So Bunkley, he's trying to just push forward here and trying to get to victory as he is closing in. The laps are winding down, and if you want to start making your way forward, now would be the time.
Asher Bunkley, you mentioned something about his Daytona win being a fluke. I wouldn't say it was a fluke because he was fast.
No, I'm not saying it was. I'm just saying maybe people think it was.
Yeah, I agree with you because back to like I was saying, I mean the next race after that at Vegas, he didn't start that good, but he drove straight to the front of the field. He finished P2 that race, and the next week after that, he led pretty much the first half of Auto Club, and just the way the pit stops happened, he had to save fuel, and Aaron Schugel really didn't have to save as much as him. And once the race flipped after that, it was over for him. Well, not really over, but he had to lock in and save. He still got P2 out of it, so he's been pretty fast this season.
Uh-oh,
The yellow
caution's
flag
out.
looks to be out. We got to spin up ahead.
Looks like it was Terry Vincent there. According to the leaderboard, he looks like someone spun out. Yup, that's number 5. This is gonna be big because we went on that long green flag run for about 30-ish laps there, and looks like number 5 has had some problems here. Yup, there it is, and 47 rams into the left rear of his car, gets him sideways.
Meant to rattle
That's
his
a
cage. Gonna hit the
yep,
He might have missed it. I don't know. He
yep.
might have hit it.
Probably hit it with the left rear. Hold on, we'll have to check here. He gets sideways.
Oh, barely
Uh,
taps it. It's like,
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna be big damage at all. Probably no damage if I had to guess. But yeah, that's the 4th incident that the 47 car has been. I was saying earlier, maybe he'll change his tone for this race, but he's still the same old self. Nothing wrong with that. Everyone's got their own personality per se, and the 47, just like the driver in real life, will a little bit more
That
aggressive than needed at
that looked
times.
like it was a little bit of netcode.
Yeah, I would say that was netcode, but even still, that was a little bit more aggressive because both of them were really leaning on each other. Now, I'm not saying the 47's at fault either. Just very tight quarters racing, and maybe Terry pinched him down more. But you know, we'll have to see what transpires from this between the 47 and 5 team. As you see, the pace car getting back on track here as the driver 47 escapes the wreck, but the 5 probably has left the wreck, not with damage, but probably with a bruised ego now. As now the field is bunched up once again. So this is going to be a time where drivers cannot mess up. If you want to win this race, you got to be perfect here.
Ooh.
Oh, Aaron Schugel having a little problems there.
One guy that is happy about this yellow is the driver of the 63. I don't know if he has. Doesn't look like he has not a lot of damage there, but there could still be some suspension in because he fell off a cliff there at the end of that run.
Yeah, and during that run, he basically just said the car has got nothing, and he just, throughout the run, he was just saying, "I got absolutely nothing." So I think he was really looking forward to this caution, probably going to try to get himself back in it here, as everyone's going to go down pit road. Of course, we wanted that long run, probably the longest green flag run we had all race, so everyone's going to be begging for tires here. And those Goodyear Eagles are screaming for help. Just they're probably begging to get off those cars to save them from being burned. As now, everyone going to get into their pit boxes here momentarily, and we'll see who's going to get out of pit lane first. As
Remember,
Buckley's going to
one thing
go
you
ahead.
do not want to do here on this pit stop is speed, because your race can be over just like that.
Yep, and everyone's going to get in their pit box pretty swiftly here. Probably just going to get some 4 tires, 2 cans of fuel, and going to get back out and away here as now Bunkley's going to roll off. He will be in command of the lead.
Oh!
Oh, wow.
He
What in the
just
world?
slammed the brakes on the 91 car. Does the 91
Holy
have
smokes.
91 with a little bit of nose damage there? Let's take a look back what happened.
Oh, wow. I mean, Bunkley kind of not sure if something mechanical happened in the car. See, he's rolling, and then just comes to a stop. Yeah, I mean, maybe something happened where he might have turned off the car. I don't know, because,
Wait, hold on.
hmm,
Let's listen to this real quick.
huh, that's, wow.
I
I
was,
mean, he definitely hit the brakes, because usually when you, I mean, wow.
yeah, that was a great. I don't know. That's weird because even if it didn't slow, like even if this car shut off, your car just don't come to brake like a stop like
Yeah,
that.
that's what I'm referring to. So that was a very tough deal there. Um,
And it
but wow.
looks like the driver of the 81 car, your leader, has a pit road penalty, speeding on pit road. Huge costly mistake from him. Yeah, you can see him pulling over now. That's going to give the lead to Aaron Schugel there.
And that was the inexperience I was talking about. You don't want to make a mistake there, and unfortunately, that's going to bite Asher Bunkley. Now, that's not to say his race is over. He still can come back from this. We don't have many people racing, so he can still get back in this,
Especially
but
with
he's
that
got a little
fast
bit
of
of
a
an uphill
car.
challenge.
His
Yeah,
work
and
is
also,
cut out for him. But let's look at this 91 car. It doesn't look like there's a lot of damage you can see there on that left front fender. But since this track being so short and not real aerodynamics really don't matter, do you think that's going to hurt him a lot?
we'll have to wait and see. These cars are pretty sensitive, but honestly, at the pace they were going, it wasn't too bad. But looks like Shield gonna be command here, of course, as we've pointed out. But he'll take the green flag here with ease and gonna pull away from everybody. And so I don't think the damage is gonna be too bad for him. As we're back under green now, so we're gonna
Oh,
see
that's
what
right in
happens
the
the last
wall.
30 laps. And wow,
We got a wreck of the 5 car around again. That's going to bring out the yellow flag and rear end damage for them this time.
yeah, and that's big damage on number 5 there, right front caved in. You saw a lot of guys plow up the wall there. I saw the 20th Bailey Walker slam the outside wall
Oh.
there. See, they're going green.
I
Looks
think this
like
might involve. Oh, never mind. He just lost it.
no, he spun around there.
Slam the wall. Oh,
Oh,
he got hit by Hoggy again.
that's a tough break for Elijah Hoy, involved in his second incident of the ninth there. And that might finally do it
That
for
was
Elijah's
that
car.
was weird. Fourth gear.
Yeah, it got really loose. We haven't really seen a lot of cars just break loose in the corners. Usually all the wrecks we've seen that have resulted in contact. Oh wow, big hit.
I think that might have broke. That definitely broke it. Yeah, that had to break something in the back of the car. It
Yeah.
was
Now,
right along with him here.
yeah, just yeah, kind of broke loose. Changed his direction of the car in the corners. And, oh, big hit there. Now, how about that 47? Narrowly avoids. I mean, this happened right in front of him. Look at this here.
He finally
Does
gets his
not make
brakes.
contact. Yeah. Finally found the brakes. It's he found something that a lot of ARCA drivers haven't yet. So you gotta give him that. But yeah, right here you gotta give credit to Nathan. Wow, that is impressive. No matter who you are, that is incredible. Because most other drivers would have probably slammed the side, but he got it loaded up, took his time, got around him, and wow, that was really good maneuver by the 47. Might win, the Reese Sweet Move of the Race or whatever award it is when you make a good move like that to not get yourself in a situation.
One guy that I didn't want to see that yellow is the driver of Asher Bunkley, because that takes away more laps. Now he's gonna have less time to get back up to the front.
Yeah, but I mean, there's still a lot of laps left, and so he is now, I believe, credited with sixth place now. So he got up another row past the 47 and the 5, but now, he's still got 5 more cars to pass there. He can still get up there, I'm sure, but, as you say, he's got work cut out for him. Is Elijah and Nathan not happy with each other still? I think those two need to go out to Applebee's, have a date together, figure things out. um, but I mean, that's Bristol. Tempers are gonna flare. But kind of back to Asher Bunkley here. Definitely very tough break though for him. He had a very good car. I mean, he got as big as a 5-second lead before that caution of Terry Vincent came out, and that's what's kind of put him behind the 8 ball. But I think this might be a good test for him to see how he handles adversity when he puts himself in a situation to where he's gonna have to work his way up. And if he wins this race, it's gonna be very impressive even with the most dominant car in the field, to get yourself back up in contention, especially at the back of the field, is very impressive in any regard.
I agree with that. We should be coming back to green here anytime soon now. With we looks to be doubling up this time. A guy that has found, we said it earlier in this race, a guy that it looks like he's checking to see if there's any damage on that 91 car. But like we said earlier, last season he came out of nowhere and pretty much stole the victory. Wasn't the best at all race, and looks like can the night be the night for the 9 car once again.
That's right. The lights on the pace car sell out, so we still got a little bit of time here to brief about what's probably going to happen here. You see the 4 teammates, with the addition of Bunkley and Elijah here. California Racing has taken this league by storm. Have pretty much won most of the races in this league's existence here, and 4 of their 6 cars right there on your screen there, and there's the boss man right there at 63. And Landon, trying to get his second win of the season, came into this race as second in the point standings after his wreck at Texas. Trying to get his second win of the season, got his first at Atlanta, and now going to try to back it up here at Bristol, going back to back here. One here in season 1. The lights on the pace car out. We're going to restart with 25 laps to go. It is Schugel, Benson, Fastnut, Kaloff, and Walker there in the top 5.
What a race for Walker
Here
so
we go.
far.
Yeah, he's having a good run there in that 28 car. A little issues early, but now our attention turns to this run here. 25 to go. And the green flag is out. Schulfig, good launch there. Able to take the lead. Clears to the lead now as Benson going to get a little challenge there from the 63 Calvin. Now working outside. Pulls up alongside, side by side now. Benson going to launch off the corner, trying to take the lead away from Aaron Schugel. Side by side, Schugel clears.
In the wall. Looks like Schugel is going to clear him now. 24 to go. And the 81 car is not making up a lot of ground here. He still has 24 laps to do something. The 63 car gets put to the inside
by the 01. The 01 car is going to look to get around the 63 car. 23 to go. Anything can happen. 22 to go now. He could slap the top 5 underneath the blanket.
And the whole top 6 under a blanket now. Everyone in the top 6 under a second behind Aaron Schugel here. Schugel still in command. Look at Bailey Walker. Actually, no, it's Bunkley, actually, rather. Both in black and red cars there, so a little bit hard to tell the difference now. But Bunkley's making his way up. He gets up to third.
Crossover for the 01. Never mind, the 01's just going to settle down behind. Oh, it looks like that 81 car, his car must be dragging there on the corners, because it just seems like every time he enters on the high line, his car just sparks. You don't really see that out of anyone else. And the 9 car looks like he made a move on the 91 car, and he's going to have to settle back in line. The 81 car is going to stick his nose up top. That's going to shovel the 9 car down. Oh,
Here was Benson to the inside.
That 81 car is his car just looks to be so much better than everyone else's.
Yep, and now has one more car to pass. Schugel goes bottom, Bunkley goes top. Schugel got clear up quickly. There he goes. He does that.
Here we go. Oh, he's going to give him a little boot and scoot there. My FPS is absolutely dog poo now.
It's alright, man. We were almost there. It's now 16 laps to go Bristol. Can Schugel hold off the dominant car of Asher Bunkley? Or is something going to happen that will change all of it? As now Schugel runs bottom, Bunkley, what will he do? He'll run top.
He's going to get a good run off the corner. It's 15 to go. Here we go. Out of the corner. Down the back.
Yep, Schugel running way top. Fast not waiting in the wings if something happens right here. And Schugel goes around, and they're wrecking. The top 3 involved, Fast not, Bunkley, and Schugel have wrecked at Bristol. The caution is out. Teammates, 3 of them, in fact, tangle.
The 01 car, remember, he had damage there before with...
Ooh.
Yeah, when he spun, I don't think he hit anything when he spun, so he might be... Still might have a fast repair. The 91 car, damage on him. Oh, yeah, he's in the wall hard. The 81 car damage too. The 9 car looks like he got by unscathed there. Yeah. Let's take a look back at it. The teammates clash.
No way that just happened. I tell you, anything can happen at Bristol, and we just saw it there. Mix of but potentially some betrayal. Man, Did you think this was going to happen between teammates?
I did not. And that took out the fastest car once again. He finally worked his way up, looking for the lead after that pit road penalty. Just looks like he is piling on the mistakes and issues that he did not need here.
Yeah, and once we kind of fast forward here, you see, let's take a look. So, Bunkley goes low. Shugel's running a little bit towards the middle, maybe a mix at the top there. And I think Shugel's trying to arc down low, but Bunkley gets a better acceleration. They're kind of just going both for the same real estate, so nobody really at fault here. Bunkley's holding his own. Shugel's kind of cutting down low just to kind of get that better exit there. And then right there is going to be where the contact begins. And Schugel goes sideways at number 91. And then Bunkley trying to woe up, trying to get around him. Fast not, nowhere to go. Climbs over the right rear of the 81, puts them both in the wall as they both have their little dance up against the safer barrier. And that's going to put those 3 in a bind. Likely going to go down pit road again to change the tires. Probably fix damage for a couple of them here. But, wow. If you're Landon Benson here, you probably just think you just won the lottery.
Yes. I mean, look at the point. Ooh. I mean, that just fell right in your lap. And that gives Henry some track position too. That's right along with the driver of the 91 car.
Yeah, I mean, he's just kind of trying to get an acceleration off. Had no idea that Bunkley was there, or at least was expecting to be a little bit lower down the track. because Buckley's a little bit farther up. He's not exactly on all the way down to the bottom there. Clips the 91, of course. Nothing egregious. Nobody really at fault. Just kind of everyone going for the same sort of real estate for sure.
Yikes.
And 3 of those cars now potentially out of it here, but we're going to have to wait and see.
Keep in mind, those guys are teammates.
Yeah, that's the worst part. So, I think the meeting on Monday morning is definitely going to be interesting. Maybe some coffee cups are going to fly or something along the lines of that. There's definitely going to be some maybe a little bit of a restraining order potentially. But you see these guys are waiting for the pace car. That's why they're going a little slow here. Just kind of the timing of the caution. Yeah, so interesting. I think a lot of people, especially with 6 drivers on the same team, I think at some point they were going to have their little tangle, and that was certainly the case here. And Landon stays out. You see Bailey Walker there going down pit road. He was not involved in that incident, as far as I know. Maybe taking some tires to get himself up ahead, trying one last effort to get himself in contention for the win.
Oh my lord. Yes. Again, let's look at. You got the 91 on pit road. Looks like the 81's coming down. 81's coming down. Those guys are going to be on fresh tires. They just hit the pit. Oh my god. Well, Henry. I don't know if you caught this or not. I didn't until now.
Oh, wow. Oh man,
Okay.
just makes things even all the worse for Bunkley. I think it's just tough for Asher. I think the pressure got to him. Unfortunately, he had a really good car there, and he might have just made his situation a little bit worse there, hitting the tire barriers there, causing a little bit more damage to the right front. I think at this point he's probably just ready to, no matter what happens, he's probably just trying to book a flight, get out of here, and go to the next race.
He had such a dominant car too. It just shows how fast this race can change. Because earlier in this race, we thought nobody had anything for Asher Bunkley, but then one mistake on pit road changes everything. That just opens the door wide open.
Oh yeah, and that's just kind of how racing is. When you make a mistake, sometimes you're able to come back from it, but other times it's going to be incredibly hard, just because it depends on kind of the severity of it. If you make a mistake on the track where you kind of slip up a little bit, lose a couple tenths, you're able to kind of get back into it. But a speeding penalty, especially on a track like Bristol, may be costly. As you see everyone getting back out on track here.
Fast
Now,
not. He had a fast repair, so that's his only fast repair. Same with Asher Bunkley. Now these guys ain't out of it. They got to pass about four cars, because I'm pretty sure Asher's the newest guy, the first guy on the newest tires, and they did run a couple laps here, so those tires could make a difference here. But we're going to be coming back to green with about 9 to go. And look who's
that's right.
up front, the 9 and the 63. Nobody expected it to be like this, because those guys were struggling here. But here we go, Hunter.
Yep, and these two contended for a win last season, and it was Landon prevailed. The green flag is out here. A great restart for Landon Benson at number 9. He'll take the lead. Sails into turn number 1, trying to check out here. But Calof hot on his heels, pulls up alongside, doesn't get to him yet.
There's a contact between the 81 and 91, and the 81 almost cleared himself, but they keep it green. Clean and green.
Yep, Landon Benson trying to run away here. He's got his teammate on right behind him there.
Oh,
A brutal hit from the 47. The yellow flag flies as Nathan Murray. A vicious hit there, and his night is over. Wow, that was a huge, terrible hit there.
oh my god! Oh my god!
And they just wrecked under caution, I think. Bailey Walker and Fastnot. Wow. Unbelievable.
Before we go, what?
Yeah, this happened under caution when they were trying to slow down here because the 47. Oh wow! Bailey Walker just lost off turn 2 and takes Matthew Fastnot.
Matt.
Kind of a little bit of a similar incident to earlier with Hoy and Murray.
Well, let's take a look. Oh. So, from what it's looking like, the 47 got fed that right rear. And,
Got a tag team there.
oh.
Oh, oh my goodness! Wow.
Is that the video game move?
Yeah, he was right on the wall. Like, look how fast he's going. He was back here, and then he is going to just, yep, the video game move, and wham.
So, let's just say, let's go up to, the driver of the 47. His speed in this corner is about 111. Hoggy is going 127. Oh,
Yeah,
right from
I
the
think
back bumper of this 47 car.
yeah, and you're right here, So Nathan's slowing up because he gets forced to track and just gets absolutely
Yikes.
pulverized by the number 8 car right there. Bam, and
Look at this
another huge hit. That's just a brutal impact.
Especially for Bristol.
Yeah.
And then up here's the 28 car.
Yeah, so now they're okay, so the green flag is technically still out. They have not thrown the caution yet.
In the wall.
Okay, so this is not under caution then. And then Bailey Walker gets sideways there and just a tough break.
Right in the lap of the 01. That's the second wreck in a row that the 01 had nothing to do with this.
And then Hoy piles in last second there. But tough break for Matthew Fassna. It looked like he was in winning contention. Again, probably trying to still... He probably has a chance, but, with that damage, it's definitely going to hurt him a little bit. I see part of the right front fender is a little bit skewed there. But, man, that has just not been his night. He's still looking for his first win. And, he was really looking forward to the night, as we mentioned earlier. And probably not going to be the case, unfortunately.
He needs a lot of guys to wreck out if he wants to have a chance.
Right. But now, laps are running down, and we've almost made it to the end here. And so, Landon Benson got a great launch last time, and he won there last season, and the man that he beated was Henrik Kaloff. So, could we see maybe a little bit of a redemption from Kaloff's part, or is this going to be another part 2, a sequel to last year? Because last year most of the races ran under green, whereas this has been kind of a wreck fest, if you will. And Landon Benson going to try to get his second win of the season here. We'll have to wait and see. But
click on him. Well, should be going green any time for about a 2-lap shootout.
Yep, and lights on the pace car still out. There's a couple cars still down pit road. Looks like Nathan Murray done for the night, so we only got 7 cars left. Yeah, 5 of them still on track, and then plus Fastnot and I think Bailey Walker too. Not sure where Bailey Walker's went, but it looks like it might just be these 5 here, unless they can get back up here.
Walker, I think that was his. I think that was his race.
Yep, and you see Fastnot in the background there, getting back rolling here. So it looks like at least. Unless Terry Vincent can steal one here, KDR is probably going to claim another victory here. But Terry Vincent, if something happens to these guys, if they have another tussle here, it's going to be very interesting to see as you see, Elijah Hoy back there. So yeah, 6 of the 7 cars that they're still running are part of Cal Dice Racing here. The lights on the pace car are out.
Whoa.
It'll be Benson and Kaloff occupying the front row here. Here we go.
Here we go. It's going to be a 2-lap dash. We are green, and what a start for Kaloff there on the outside. He's going to clear him before heading into 1.
And Bunkley all over the bumper of Benson. They're getting at it. Bunkley to the outside.
Oh, he turns him.
And they're wrecking. Both of them in the wall.
That's
going to take him out. Benson spins as they take the white flag. 1 lap to go. No caution here. Schugel the second. Kaloff in command of the lead.
Down the back straightaway for the final time. Schugel's not going to be close enough. Vincent's going to be in third, but out of turn number 4,
Henry Caloff is going to pick up his first win of the season here at Bristol Motor Speedway. Should go in P2.
What a win. What a win for Henry Cal. Finally gets his first win of the season. His first win since Las Vegas last season when he won the championship there. A huge victory for the 63 team. Finally able to get that win. And oh, wow, lots of tempers flaring there. As now Calf able to burn it down here.
And there's the
It
9
looks
car.
like...
But
yep.
let's take a look at the 63 car burning it down here before we go back to that restart. I mean, what a start for the 63. He timed that up perfectly.
Yeah, and that's one of his good traits in racing. You know, he's mentioned that he's been racing long enough to kind of know when people are going to go in the restart. Kind of depending on the driver. He's usually labeled as rookies, typically going early in the restart zone, or if drivers try to go a little bit desperately, they'll go early, and then so he's really good at restarts. But looks like the teammates. And they're looks like we're having a little demolition derby down here, and I think that's not gonna be good for the taxpayer dollars of Henry Caloff. You know, having to repair all these cars. I mean, the purse money is gonna help help equal that out. You know.
So let's take a look at this restart that got Caloff the win.
Yeah, so Benson gets a little head here. And then Cal is going to launch a little bit quicker. At least he kind of rolls in the restart zone. Plus, Benson had Bunkley all over his rear bumper here. And I think so it might have messed up Benson. He just had the rear tires off the ground.
It looks like the 81 car got loose. The 9 car came up. The 81 car got loose. They just collided there, and then 9 car. Just nothing he could have done, broken toe link probably, and he just spun him around.
And then Benson goes for a little spin there, but man, a tough break for Landon Benson. It looked like he had this race under control. Just such a tough break.
Here we go in the Echo Park restart zone. Just wasn't a good start. Could have been some tire spin maybe, wheel spin.
Man, that is just a heartbreak for Landon Benson. You know, he had a lot of high hopes, hoping to win at this track once again, but not gonna be able to do it. Instead, the man that he beat last season, the driver they beat, and now his boss, was able to claim victory.
What a race!
Yeah, that had a little bit of everything. You know, I think that was one of the best races we've seen. You know, we had our fair share of chaos, fair share of some beefs that need to be handled. You know, maybe at the local bar. You know.
Oh.
So.
Well, you said something about an issue back here.
Oh. Elijah just ran the wall. I think he just gave up and took Bunkley with him. But up here, Shule turned Terry Vincent. Something happened between them here. Yeah. Oh, right here. Oh. Oh, man.
We've had it, yeah, like you said, we've had everything here tonight. We had good racing, we had beef.
Oh. Well, it wasn't over yet. There's about 2 hits. Oh, Benson runs the back of hole. I think everybody's mad at each other. I think everyone's mad at each other. I think except, I think I don't think Henry's mad at anybody. I think he's probably grateful that those guys wrecked each other and was able to get his first win. Now, of course, it's, unfortunate for him because that's his teammates. But, it all turns out well for him, able to collect the victory here in Bristol.
Yeah, I mean, it's just... That was a good race from start to finish. I mean, the finish, the racing, the chaos. It's pretty much what Bristol is made of nowadays. But is there a chance, Henry, that we could see this chaos continue in the next race at Charlotte?
We'll see. I mean, Charlotte's definitely a way different track where cars a lot more finesse, a lot more precision, probably some long green flag runs like we saw last season. And Henry won at Charlotte. In fact, lapped the whole field last season in Charlotte. So, it may be possible for him to go 2 in a row again. But either way, a great win for the 63 team, able to take himself, CB Fabricating, and the rest of his sponsors on his car to victory lane here. What a win for him, and congratulations to him and the team on their victory tonight, as the streak of wins for that team will continue on into Charlotte.
Yeah, well, you got any other takeaways from this race, Hunter?
Well, I think I think this we got everything we wanted. We got everything we needed. So I would say this race was entertaining to watch, to say, for better or for worse. How about you, man? How do you think of this race?
I mean, I didn't. After last season, this race here, I thought it was gonna be chaotic, like really chaotic. But it was the midway through the race, like from the beginning to about the end there. It wasn't that bad, but that it was chaotic there at the end. I mean, I didn't expect teammate incidents like that tonight.
Right, but I think it's part of maybe inexperience, a little bit of desperation, maybe just miscalculation. We don't know yet, but maybe we'll have to send one of our camera guys to the drivers' meeting within the team. It'll be certainly interesting to hear what everyone's got to say about that.
I agree. Well, congratulations to Henry Kaloff on picking up the victory. Before we sign out, let's take a look at the finishing results here.
Yep, so Henry Kaloff able to pick up the victory. Aaron Schugel in second, able to recover from that spin there. Just one spot short, claiming his third win of the season. Terry Vincent, a third place finish, his best finish of the season. Good run for him there, number 5. Matthew Fastnut in fourth place, picks up a career best. And it'll be Asher Bunkley in fifth, with the dominant car falls short of victory.
And after Asher Bunkley, got Landon Benson. They're finishing P6 there after that restart. Then Bailey Walker, after was involved in that last incident that with Matthew Fastnot, and that DNF'd him. So was Nathan Martin. Elijah Hoggy had issues early in the race, and then Larry Diesbach had issues before the race even started, so couldn't even start this race. But again, that's going to be it here from Bristol Motor Speedway. Next time you see us, we will be at good old Charlotte Motor Speedway for the Rider Podcast 600. Again, I want to thank all of our sponsors through the Sterling Rider Podcast. I want to thank the series sponsor in Impex Auto Glass. And then the last one I got to thank is the Underdog Racing Podcast. So again, thanks to and the Furnace Paints. I want to say thanks to all of our sponsors for supporting this league. And next time you see us, we'll be at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Good night, everybody.
Yep, take care.